We oftentimes struggle to get rid of sentimental items even though we know we don't use or need them, or even benefit from having them around. Our sentimental items can range from mere drawings made by our children to items we hold as memory to the person we know that has left or passed away. If you are watching this video or clicked on this video, then you might have things in your house that you struggle to throw or give away because they hold sentimental value for you, or that you feel it is hard to get rid of them for reasons you just don't understand. In this video, I will take you through the reasons we find it hard to give away certain things in our house because we place sentimental values over those items. Hi, my name is Seetal. I'm a former medical doctor who quit a job in pursuit of a change in career. I talk about minimalism, productivity, and also share some lifestyle videos in my channel. If you are new to my channel, then I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification button too so you get notified every time I post a video. I post a video twice a week, and now, without wasting any more time, let's get on with today's video. Growing up, I had always enjoyed the idea of minimalism without knowing or understanding the principles of minimalism. I was always a minimalist at heart. I enjoyed getting rid of items that no longer brought any value to me, as it allowed me to gain a sense of freedom from the decluttering process. I almost felt like I had let go of a burden every time I threw stuff out. I enjoyed seeing my bedroom space free of visual clutter. As soon as I finished writing in a book, if it wasn't a book that I had filled with poems or writings that I would cherish, then I would immediately throw the book out and get a fresh new book to be able to continue my creative journey of writing short stories and poems, and even the random doodling. As I grew up and went off to university to study, I was quite happy moving around with just one suitcase that would fit everything I needed and nothing more. Living with less freed my mind of clutter and allowed me to pay well-deserved attention towards my studies and goals in life at the time. But little did I know that things would soon change and my life would soon be filled with stuff that I would make to be sentimental items. As I got married and immersed myself into my new life, I shifted my focus onto my spouse and forgot to look myself in the mirror for a long time. Shortly after being married, I was blessed with having a beautiful child. Along with having a beautiful young family, I became drawn to the need to fulfill the needs of my family, all at the same time not really thinking deeply about their actual needs as opposed to what I had thought was the normal needs for them. I found myself pulled in every direction of retail stores that sold the perfect dream for a child or for what would make my little family seem happier if I had those items. I listened to others about the things I should do as a mother and a wife. I followed marketing schemes like it was my new religion. I said yes to everything and denied myself of what I held true to myself for my whole life. I denied myself the freedom of living a simple life because being simple was considered living a poor, poverty-filled life that wasn't abundant and not possibly enough to fill the lives of my new family with enough love. Having a new family was my chance at redemption, and buying things was now a privilege that I once did not have. I should go online now, look at the sales happening. I should dress in more colorful clothes. They are right, my dressing sense is too bland and boring. I need more makeup, I need dyed hair. My white hair is not trendy, it only makes me look old. I need to wear more jewelry. I should wear all my gold bangles. I am now a married woman of a prestigious family. I should dress the part. My husband is a doctor who is well known around amongst his peers. I should dress the part. I have a beautiful daughter and I'm now a mother. I should dress her well, the best in the country. I needed to step up my game. Soon I had my second child, a boy. He was the sweetest little boy. He still is. I was all alone. I found myself having to calm my oldest child while she felt left out when I picked up my newborn. I observed my daughter watching me every time I picked up my son, and then it hit me. Here is a toddler, not even 2 years of age yet, and she's afraid that the mother she once took for granted has shifted all her love and energy into a newborn she was not expecting to come into her life. She did not allow herself to just get lost in translation and cope with her new surroundings without taking time to observe the change that was happening. My daughter would spend many minutes of every hour looking intently at every move I made, trying to make sense of everything new that was happening around her. That broke my heart. It broke my heart to know that even though I had followed everything in the books to enable myself to fulfill the lives of my family that even the new present I had bought my daughter for when my son was born was not enough to shift her attention away from what was truly changing around her. Right there, right then, my daughter became my guru. She made me realize that, hey, us humans, no matter how much things change or get filled up around us, we are all but bare naked human beings. Beneath the clutter and the clothes that clothe our bodies, we see it all. My daughter and her beautiful green eyes saw through everything. She saw through me and the pain I felt. She saw my unhappiness and she saw my sadness. She saw when I was happy and when I was stressed. The day I looked myself in the mirror after a long time, when I was done crying and looking at how much I had lost myself, she was there. She stood in silence behind me and watched me watch myself. My guru was watching me. She is my child. I must be strong for her. I must be a strong woman like my mother was to me and my siblings growing up. I must show my daughter that I can wipe my tears, dust myself up, and get up again. I might fall many times, and that's okay. What is important is that I find myself again. I grabbed my bags, packed a milk bottle and some snacks, and for the first time in 6 months since the birth of my son, I left the house alone with both my children. I did not fear having enough stuff or everything I would need for the two of them while I was outside. I was there, and that is all that they needed. I, as their mother, was fully capable of caring for my children even when they would cry incessantly for something that I could not understand. I promised that I would not panic when they cried or that I would immediately run to the store to buy something for them as soon as they cried. I would instead turn to observe and understand them and use my innate abilities as a mother to nurture them as opposed to using material things to care for my family. It was only then that I had realized that since I had been married, I used every single item sold by marketing gurus on marriage and a happy family and loving moms and cuddly babies, etc., to shower my family with the love I thought they needed. Oh, how I was wrong. I was so wrong. That day, after a long time and a long hard look at myself and the values I held true to myself all my life, I was able to start to declutter all of the items in my life that I had made sentimental unknowingly or very innocently. How could I have possibly valued the items that I stashed away out of sight in my house as items that were of deeper sentiments to me than the memories I had enjoyed while using those items? As human beings, we can often attach a sentimental value on items that we connect with a happy moment. As I picked out all my clothes that were expensive, that were gifted to me, or that were bought on my honeymoon with my husband, I started unleashing all the memories that were attached with each piece of clothing. I thought of every happy moment that I spent in those clothing with my loved one and imagined how I would have felt wearing something else instead. Not surprisingly, I knew I wouldn't have felt any different. With that, I let it go. I pushed my first, then second, then third, then fourth, and so on item away in the donation box. I cherished the memories I had in these items, but just because I gave away these items, it does not mean I will forget these memories. I felt happy and so did my guru. She was dancing and jumping on the pile of clothes and making lovely sounds while I decluttered away. She was making a beautiful new memory for me. A memory that I will forever remember. A memory that was me and how happy I always felt when I let go of my burdens. We decluttered, we threw, we enjoyed the empty spaces and played hide and seek. We ate when we were hungry, we laughed, and we watched my son cooing to himself in the mirror. He was seeing himself in the mirror and learning to pull himself up. It was all just perfect. I was in the midst of decluttering and disowning every item that I had spent many dollars on, and yet I was happy. Why was I happy? It was clear to me that happiness is always around us in nature and not in material things we hold dear to ourselves. The more items we hold, the more confused we become as we see too many things around us to appreciate the beautiful nature that is around us. One might think that all I had to get rid of was my things and the things that I hoarded in my closet, but I did even more. I got my daughter's clothes and toys out. I saw as she picked up clothes that no longer fit her. I saw as she tried to put her legs in them and chucked them aside as she realized they no longer fit. I saw as she pushed aside toys she no longer enjoyed. My daughter was helping me with her things. With my guru next to me, I decluttered the one closet I thought I would never touch. I always thought I would keep all her tiny little clothes and hand them to her for her children. But today I decluttered everything. I kept only 5 clothing pieces of my daughter that I thought I would make something of someday when she had her own little guru, so she could remember how complete she made me feel just by having her in my life, and how her own little child made her feel complete. Of course, as sad as it makes me think, what I planned of today may or may not even happen. I might not live to see the day of my little guru having her own little guru, and my little guru might have plans of her own. And that is okay. I'm just here to enjoy the life and the energy and the little souls that the universe has brought into my path. I ask for nothing more than to make new memories with my little souls and my husband, and to free our lives of clutter, so we could see beyond material things and not be distracted with the overwhelming things we say we can't get rid of. We are, as we stand today, a young family, naked in the eye of the universe, not owning anything, yet having so much by only having one another. I promise to only hold your hand and not that of material things. I am done. I am done collecting stuff. From now on, I only collect memories and leave them in my naked brain as opposed to attaching them onto material things. Thank you so much for watching till the end. It was hard to script this deeply connected story, but I felt that before I shared the logic behind getting rid of sentimental items, I needed for you to understand that it was not easy for me, and that I too had to go through a lot of heartache to detach myself from my sentimental items and understand deeply as to why I was attached to all these items in the first place. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please do hit the like button so I know. Also, do subscribe to my channel. In my next video, I will take you through the steps of understanding your sentimental items and getting rid of them once and for all. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again shortly. Bye. Kisses.